everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Married at First Sight Australia, Season 11, Episode 4. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So I'm going to be honest, the notes this episode aren't really noting. It's been quite a morning for me. So if I forget some stuff, y'all are just going to have to hold it down in the comments below today, okay? We're going to actually start with the wedding and then talk about the honeymoons. This time getting married, we have Ellie, who's actually been engaged before, but unfortunately had to end her engagement abruptly, and Ben, who is finally deciding to make time for a relationship, a marriage.
How close were you to the wedding day?
3 or 4 months out. But very quickly after we'd broken up, he was with someone else, and then, yeah, she got pregnant.
My baby sister is having a baby. She's like 4 years younger than me. It just makes me realize that, you know, I do actually want that for myself in the future.
I've been traveling for such a long time, but I've shifted my priorities where I put relationships at the top.
You know, like, I've got good people around me, got a good career, everything's great. There's just that little piece that's missing.
I'm watching this couple and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, they're so wholesome. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. And the experts said something that was really nice. They said, typically people come with these inflated expectations of who they're supposed to be matched with or what marriage is supposed to look like. Except these two, they have very humble expectations. And that's really what I see with them. With Ben, he lost a friend. I'm pretty sure it wasn't too long ago, but basically that experience reminded him that life is short and he can't just let life and love pass him by. With Ellie, she was engaged. The guy just turned up one day and said, hey, I don't love you anymore. A few months later, he got another woman pregnant. Like, it was a whole thing. So she also knows that, hey, life and love can just pass you by. It's short. Go for it if you want to go for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I was Ellie, I probably would swear off love. But I'm not Ellie, so whatever. At the wedding, the attraction was immediate. The same way, who was it that I said had a really good reaction? Was it Jack? No, couldn't have been Jack. Couldn't have been Jack. I forget who I said had a really good reaction. Ben also had a very good reaction.
As soon as I locked eyes with him, I was like, perfect. Oh, I'm nervous.
You look like amazing.
Thank you. I was hoping for that.
Oh my God. We're off to a good start.
Yeah.
This is going to work. It's going to work.
I love traveling too.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
My type of personality.
They obviously have a mutual attraction to each other. They have similar interests, traveling, helping people, all that kind of stuff. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, perfect, right? Fast forward to the wedding. Ellie has a very overbearing cousin. And at first, I was ready to say, you know what? This is one of those family members that's just going to look for the bad in any kind of situation. They're going to hold you back in life. They're really not going to, they feel like they have your best interest in heart, but they really don't have your best interest at heart at the end of the day. But the more I hear Ben speak, the more I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe the cousin was onto something.
Yeah?
How long have you been wanting to do Married at First Sight?
I don't know. It got my interest a few years ago. I nearly made it in 2021.
You might be here to promote your podcast and not giving your all to this relationship.
Ben has a traveling, is it an agency? He's a tour guide, an international tour guide, right? He also has a podcast, both of which you can assume are up and coming. They are rising, right? It seems as if he did come on the show for some level of publicity. And when he's called out on it, he says, well, it's a silver lining if it happens. Yes. But to say it is a little bit whoa, you know? To say it is a bit alarming. As for the podcast, my biggest concern would be the actual subject matter of that podcast. Because as we know, these men with mics, sometimes it's scary business, okay? Scary business. So I'd be less concerned about him trying to like boost up his portfolio by being on the show, because we know everybody's portfolio is going to be boosted by being on a television show. What are you actually talking about on said podcast? Because I need to know if you're one of Andrew Tate's minions or if you actually have a good head on your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't really give definitive answers as to whether he's here for the right intentions or not. He says, like, I think so. Ben, don't piss me off. Ben, don't piss me off. I was here ready to root for you, and you're giving some validity to the cousin's accusations here. I don't know, sir. But we'll have to wait and see. The cousin also has concerns that Ben has gotten so far in life and still hasn't gotten married. Your cousin is also on the show, though. So I don't... that part didn't really sit well with me because I'm like, if you're going to call Ben out, you have to call out your cousin, too. Let's move on to the honeymoons, okay? We have Cassandra and Tristan, who claim, I'm going to say claim because I'm sorry, I don't believe it. They claim that they're having honeymoon bliss. The only issue that they have encountered is a lack of physical intimacy.
I was really hoping at some point she was just going to make the move, but like, obviously we've got to progress, either way, move forward.
Maybe wondering after dinner if I could give you a good night kiss.
You put me in the vulnerable zone.
Oh.
That's so sweet. It was very sweet. I think that'll be nice.
Okay.
So we were talking about this on Discord, and somebody said that Tristan is probably going to be Cassandra's really good friend. And I agree. I don't know that I see any romantic potential whatsoever. I do know that he's more bashful, so having to ask for the kiss was probably just to keep him from being a nervous wreck, and so that's cool. But even the way that he asked and the way that Cassandra responded, I was like, it's not there. It's not there. She says she's really happy. She said at the altar too that he was attractive to her. But I'm not sold. I'm just not. And it's not that I feel like... I don't know what the reason is. Do I know? And I just don't want to say. I think I know and I just don't want to say. The point of the matter is, I think they're going to end really good friends. Another couple that might end just as friends is Collins and Natalie. Somebody pointed out that I made fun of Collins for forgetting Natalie's name just for me to also forget her name in the video. That was too funny. Great catch. They have built a pillow wall in their bed to make sure no funny business is going to occur in the nighttime. He don't like her. He don't like her. He ain't gonna never like her. I don't know about never, but Collins is definitely looking like the common denominator and the reasons why he doesn't make it past the first date. It seems like Natalie is a lot more... I don't know what that means, but whatever this gesture means to you, this is what Natalie is. She's a lot more this. And Collins is just not there. And I don't even think he's going to try to put in any effort to make fetch happen within this couple. I really don't. I don't see it for him, but it is what it is. We have Jack and Tori. Jack gives me caveman vibes. The man said, happy husband, happy life. And right now, husband is not happy.
I demand respect in a relationship. It makes me feel like the man I am. Am I your type?
I'm attracted to you, absolutely.
I've definitely had like bigger sexual sparks instantly. I wasn't like going, God damn, I want to get this girl in bed.
So many things happened in this conversation. I didn't write them down, but I'm trying to recall. First of all, the happy husband, happy life thing. Even though I know there's some problematic things with happy wife, happy life, happy husband is a new one. I've never heard that one before, so that one was wild. He also said that he knows that Tori is more submissive, and basically he just needs to bring that out of her. It's giving Andrew Tate's Minions. It's giving, who's that man that passed away? The black guy. The black guy. Oh, what's his name? Samuels. Kevin Samuels. All right. I don't know who gave Jack this inflated ego, but honey, it is through the roof. Okay? They aren't feeling each other. Well, no, that's a lie. Tori is very enamored by Josh pre this conversation. Very taken by him. He not feeling it at all. He said if he doesn't have sex with her in the 6 weeks, then definitely, okay, there's no attraction. He even put a deadline on the sex. A deadline. Jack is gross. Jack is gross. Don't like him. This alpha male thing is exhibiting itself the exact way that I thought it would. And it is confirmed that I am steering clear of anybody who claims to be an alpha whatever. Alpha male or alpha woman. I don't want any part of it. All right? Then we have Eden and Jaden, who are doing really well, honestly. He re-proposed at the honeymoon. It was so cute. But her trust issues are starting to surface just a little bit.
I'm hoping that he can get me to trust him, but I do think I need to tell him about my past situation. Probably that's why I'm a little bit of a slow burner, I'd say, because I'm not very trusting initially. I would hope that you prove yourself to be a loyal person.
Like reassurance?
Yeah.
I think one thing that, what's her name? Eden should try to do, maybe because she knows she struggles with trusting people, is think of Jaden as innocent till proven guilty rather than guilty till proven innocent. Because she's saying, like, you're going to have to prove yourself to me as somebody who I can trust. But, and I mean, yeah, they're strangers and whatever. I mean, I would be putting my faith in the experts if I go this far into the process to say, I believe you did an adequate job vetting this person, even though typically they don't. But I believe that you did that. So I'm going to put my heart into it. And then if he hurts me, well, at least I can say that I tried. But to be on the back foot and then be waiting for him to prove himself, I feel like you're always going to look for issues. And when you look hard enough, you will find things. I feel like Eden is doing herself a disservice by not giving Jaden the benefit of the doubt. Things are going well. It's not like she's, stonewalling him or anything. But I think that she could be a little bit more optimistic and just wait for maybe the bad instead of waiting for him to prove the good. I hope that makes sense. And then lastly, we have Timothy and Lucinda. They did this nude artwork date. It was a curvy woman, period. And Timothy was very out of his depth. Very. Lucinda, she's such a gem. She is such a gem. Are you kidding me? The way that she was affirming the women, she was also making Timothy feel comfortable. Nobody in that room felt awkward whatsoever because of Lucinda's presence. That's the person who you want to be around. Absolutely. So they get this honesty box, and we know Lucinda is a very open person. Timothy, not so much.
I host tantric sexual festivals.
I eat vanilla every time.
Okay.
I ordered a vanilla milkshake today.
Yeah.
Do you feel any sexual chemistry with me?
Yes.
It's got to grow for me. It's not an instantaneous thing. I feel shit for her that she got paired up with me.
Sounds like you don't think you're good enough.
I don't think I'm good enough. I think she can do better.
I'm reminded of when we first met Timothy and he rated himself a 4. It is very clear that this man is so insecure. And to be insecure into your 50s, he's 51, right? To be this insecure into your 50s, having experienced the loss that he's experienced too, I now see the whole Tin Man thing about him. This man is jaded. Jaded, big time. So now he's basically saying, Lucinda deserves better. It's unfortunate for Lucinda that she's partnered up with me. Very self-loathing. And I'm like, Timothy, you've got to believe in yourself at least a little bit, okay? Maybe you're not where you want to be in life. Maybe you're not the person who you feel like Lucinda deserves. But Lucinda is here. Lucinda is showing up. Lucinda is attracted to you, even though you're not yet attracted to her. He said it needs to build. It's not like it's impossible. But she's here. She's showing up. She's trying. Don't superimpose your own insecurities into her life when she hasn't given you any indication of any of that. So yeah, Timothy. We also spoke too in the last episode about how he had the revelation that he wanted somebody after his dad had passed. I do think that these big life events do push us in a certain direction. But I think there was a lot of self-work that needed to be done before he came into this process. One, processing the grief, and two, realizing the benefit in just knowing himself and being on his own instead of just wanting to fill the gap with any and everybody. Because now it's showing all of the little issues that Timothy has. And unfortunately, Lucinda is going to have to be the receiver of those things, undeservedly, if you ask me, right? If he would have just taken time to grieve and then to work through his loneliness and to realize sometimes being alone doesn't mean lonely, right? Like, you can still be self-assured, self-confident, have high self-esteem, want to do all these amazing things on your own, and then having a partner just makes those things so much better, right? Timothy, I worry for him. He got a really good partner in Lucinda, but he might bring her down. He might be the one. We'll have to see. We'll just have to see. Lauren is the next person getting married. I'm ready to see that train wreck of a wedding. But until then, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next. Remember, I'm traveling this weekend. I think I'm going to be back on Monday. That Monday video is probably going to be late. Just know that from now. But anyways, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.